Thank you for staying tuned once again to my page where I shall be guiding us on how to handle variation of uh, omission and addition. As we all know, variation in a contract is the formal way of making changes to the condition, the terms, the scope, the price, and even material of an existing contract. That these two parties have agreed mutually on some certain either condition on how to go about whatever changes that will occur and document it to be used should such scenario arises during the cost of construction. Having said this, I'm going to be painting two scenarios on how uh, cases like this can arise in a contract using the fixed contract and the remeasurable contract. Let's say in a fixed contract, the client is desire of making some changes, say replacing some certain areas with a granite tiles. Though in the original contract that was agreed, the areas were to be covered with a vertified tiles. Now he desire of making these changes. One thing I want to have at the back of our mind is this: that say because a contract is fixed, that does not mean there are no detailed breakdown upon how they arrive at the agreed amount. It is not that two parties just sat down without any detailed breakdown and the contractor just say, give me, say, 5 million for this job, and the client say, I'm giving you 4 million, they agreed. There must have been a design and a bill, and they had gone all through the bill, and the client is satisfied with the amount or not satisfied, and they agreed on a specific amount. They met themselves halfway, and that figure is agreed. So meaning, because the contract has been fixed, meaning there will be no changes in terms of fluctuation, variation of quantities, and all of that. But in this case, it is not variation of quantities, but an absolute change of specification to a different one. So this will attract costs. In this case, the client has no choice but to pay whatever add-on that he will incur as a result of these changes. So what the contractor needs to do first is either to present a bill with the rates, the proposed rate for approval, or he presents the rate for approval. Then after approval, he will now present what the cost implications will be. So I have a bill on my screen that I want to use to make this illustration. Let's say the client has agreed that 25,000 per square meter for the polished granite tile, 600 by 600 by 20 mm. And he has agreed, say, the skirting, which is 100 mm high, for 7,200 per meter. So you see that because it is a fixed contract, because they've agreed from the onset that whatever quantity of job you do, I'm going to pay you, say, 400 million. Whether the job is lesser than what you have in the bill or eventually more than what you have in the bill, it is a 400 million I'm going to pay to you. So because it is a fixed contract, you have to take out the quantities that the quantities that needed to be changed. That is the area that needed to be changed. You measure it and know what area needed to be changed. Say if it is a 300 square meter, say the common area where he wants to be replaced, rectified with a granite tiles is a 300 square meter, and that is why I have a 300 square meter here. So you are now bringing in the cost of the 300 square meter, which is if you sum it with the skirting, it will give you, say, 7,860,000. Then you are going to omit what the same quantity for rectified ties using the bill rate, because in the existing bill that makes up that 400 million, the tiles, the square area per square area there is 8,270, while the skirting is 2,600. So you now add a 7,860,000, and you now take out a 2,611,000. So the actual cost implication to the client is 5,248,879 naira 25 kobo. But if it is in the case of a remeasured bill of quantities, where we have an existing granite tiles in the bill, but now the client wants to now change some certain areas to that existing granite in the bill. So what you needed to do is, during the course of your measurement, the quantities in the floor tiles will reduce, while there will be more quantities to the granite tiles. So whatever differential in terms of the cost in the remeasurement will be added to. But if the rates of that existing granite tiles is different, or the shade or the quality of the granite tiles in the bill is different from the one that is requested of you to put in that 300 square meter, and it is the rectified tiles area that you want to reduce, you are still going to approach it in this manner, where you now have your 300 square meter of granite, which is 25. Let's say maybe the one in the bill before was, say, 20,000 per square meter of the granite in the bill. But in this case, this one is more superior than the other one. So you have to now price it. You have to price it separately, present the rate for approval, and now negate those quantities, so that the client also will know what his price, his cost implication will be. I think with this quick illustration, I've been able to expand our knowledge on how to approach a variation of addition and omission. And if I have done that justifiably, please leave a comment on my page. Please don't end this video without clicking the subscription button. If you're a new person coming in contact with my videos for the first time, I would still advise that you visit my page, where you're going to see different topic of interest that will increase your knowledge of quantity surveying. And if you have been following me and you are yet to hit the subscription button, please do hit the subscription button and leave a comment, because these are the only ways you can encourage us to continue to do more, to show us that our work is being appreciated out there. See you next in the next episode. Bye for now.